Hi everyone, Artho here. I have a spot. I can see it. Oh my god, it's huge. Anyway, this video is about how to become your best self. Now it can be a bit tricky, especially if you had a bad past or you came from a bad family or anything along them lines. It's really hot in this spot, so I'm just gonna move. And get my drink because it's hot. Okay. And look at my hair now. It's gone haywire. But yeah, basically, to start off with, I would say don't respond the way you want to respond. Like, if you've got anger or like a lack of empathy, don't use it. Okay? That's the first step. Do not use it under any circumstances, unless you're doing an outlet. But then don't do it like don't do it directly to someone. Okay? Don't do it in a message or a call or in person. You can do it in person if it's really necessary, but do it indirectly. But make sure they see it. Okay? Also, doing good deeds will help. But obviously don't do it to get something in return. Don't do it for like, oh, if I do this, I'll get good karma. Don't do it for that reason. Because then it's not good. Then it's not a good deed. Then it's a deed for you. And which is not a good intention. You always have to think things through before doing them, and just don't think about you when doing them. Not when you're trying to do something to be a better person. Okay? And I'm not saying that self-love is selfish, because it isn't. But if you're doing things for people to look good and to get something in return and to get good karma, then you're not doing it in a good way. You're doing it bad, which means you're going to get bad karma, and it's probably going to happen to you. Okay. Becoming your best self takes a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-control and a lot of patience and a lot of barriers to get through and a lot of obstacles. And yeah, it's not going to be fun in the slightest. It's going to be more like, oh my god, when am I going to get a break? When is it going to get easier? When is the load going to lighten? It's not an easy task, but it's the best thing to do. If you're not your best self, you're not going to have a high vibration. You're not going to have a happy life. You're not going to meet the people you're meant to meet. You're not going to meet your twin flame. You're not going to reach your purpose. You're not going to get anything that you want. Okay? The only way to get what you want in this life is by getting to your best self, or getting really, really, really close. Okay? And you can't do better than your best. So if you try your best, then that's good enough. Okay? But don't just say you're trying your best when you're not really doing anything, or not really trying, or not really pushing yourself, or it's not. And don't do it because you want to be the best. Don't do it because you want to be better than someone else. Don't do it because you want to compete. Just stop. If you're thinking of doing that, stop. Okay? Do it for you. Do it because you know that your best self will be the best version of you, and you'll love yourself when you get there. Like, loads more than you do now. Okay? it's going to take a lot of work, especially depending on how many issues you have from life and past issues and traumas and stuff like that. You're not going to be completely the way you were as a child, like happy-go-lucky, innocent, and wondering and happiness and all that stuff. You're not going to be that person unless you work at it. Like, you really, really have to work at it. And if you're constantly in a negative mindset, or you're constantly negative around people and to people and stuff like that, it's not gonna help you grow. It's gonna stump your growth, and it's gonna keep you in that mindset, and it's gonna keep you on that same path of destruction, and it's not gonna get any better. Okay. And I'm not saying don't express, because expressing is very, very important. If you don't express when you're sad, angry, or anything like that, then it's gonna boil up inside, and it's gonna explode one day when you least expect it, and then bad things are gonna happen. Okay. Either to you or other people. So you really, really do need to express, angry or sad. But don't express to anybody, because you can possibly start something if you do that. So what I do, and it does work, it does really help you, it lets it out of your system. What I do is I either do it on a blog or I do it on my page, and I write loads and loads and loads, and I'll express and I'll show my anger, and it'll be aimed at certain people, but I will never put names, not on purpose anyway. I have done it accidentally a few times. But it lets it out of my system, and it gets the message out there. But also, if you don't want a response, you need to show your boundaries. And if it's like really, really bad people, you just want it out, you need to make sure that you're not going to get a response, because it's really bad people, and you don't want to end up in a argument or a fight, because then it's going to get worse, and then more things will need to be expressed. Okay. So if you do get a response, though, from someone that you've spoke about, even if you've not put names, then ignore. Do not even respond. Do not. Just act as if you never spotted it and leave it there. I'm not saying delete it, because if you leave it there, other people will start to notice what they're doing and their tactics. So leave it there for others to be able to see it for themselves. Like, you're going to get some people that are judging you for the fact that you've ignored the person, but you're going to get people that know what they are doing. So make sure you leave it there. Don't respond, but leave it there. If it's in a message, though, to you, like in messages, you can either delete it or leave it there. But if it's on something public, like a page or a Facebook account, leave it there. Just leave it there. You will have supporters. You might not know about them, and you might never hear from them, but you have supporters. They know what they're up to. And also, to becoming your best self, focus on what would make you a better person. Do you feel good in your appearance? Do you feel good in your mind? Do you feel good in your brain? Do you feel good in your soul? You have to work on every single thing. Do you feel good about your health? If the answer is no to any of them questions, work on it. And don't be blaming anyone else for anything. I mean, yes, it is people's fault for doing wrong things to you. I'm not disputing that. But if you blame them for how you react to it, then that's a lie, because you are the one reacting. They are not forcing you. And no, it takes a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-control to not react a certain way sometimes. But you have that control in you. You just have to find it. Okay? And also you get some people that if you do respond in the way that you want to respond, like with full aggression and anger and all that, then some of them are going to actually like it. And I don't mean that as a good thing. I mean that's what they wanted. Okay? So don't. If say it's like a gaslighter and they're still in your life, do not react. They want you to react, okay? They want you to go batshit cray. Do not go batshit cray, okay? Don't react, and, cut them off. But another thing that's very important to becoming your best self is removing anyone toxic from your life. And yes, sometimes that includes family members. If you have anyone toxic in your life, they are going to be programming your brain without you realizing it. And they're going to affect your mood, your feelings, what you're going to do next, etc. You need to be free from toxic people and toxic situations for you to become your best self properly. If you're not, you're going to have a stump growth again. You're not going to be able to concentrate. You're not going to be able to manifest. You're not going to be able to have a high vibration, because there's all these low vibration, negative energies around you. Okay? And I think that that's enough on that subject. I think everyone is fully capable of figuring out the rest on their own. Other than, don't forget to meditate, because that will help you greatly. Okay? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and toodaloo, mofos.